guys, welcome to Brony Breakdown. I'm Saberspark.
I am Paleo.
Right down there on the camera thingy, or probably left over here, I forget. And welcome to another episode. I think this is episode 24, right?
23.
23? I forget. Alright, well.
It's on the document I gave you.
It is? I don't even know if it's 3 episodes, 5 episodes. Yeah, it's 23. Wow. Cool, we're getting there. Almost 1/4 of 100. I can do math. And this week, guys, we have a guest for our show, dBPony, who's actually a good
dBPony.
deep. I always mess that up. Mike, the living tombstone.
Yep.
You know. Oh yeah, we have dBPony. Who's a musician, a good friend of ours, and he'll be our guest this week. So yeah. Besides that, we don't have a ton of content this time around. We got a couple of videos, about 10 or so, and a few songs, but that leaves us more time with our guest. So
I hit the jackpot this time.
what do you mean?
Every time I get these little Welch's fruit snacks, and like for the past few days, I've just been getting like just crappy fruits, all the red fruits. But this time,
Why do you got get red fruits?
I don't know. They're just so common. And
That's kind of like racist.
fruitist.
Fruitist?
But I used to always get these in high school, and I always loved the grapes, and I got like this many grapes this time. Holy crap!
What if they all just went bad?
That
Yeah. What if they all just went bad? What if they all just lost their flavor? You just ate ew. I think that thing's probably like got rabies now. You have rabies now. All right, but yeah, we have our guest. We have some content to go over, and we have a little bit of an episode. I wouldn't say review as much as just like, what do you think kind of shindig. So, besides that, there really isn't too much news this week, is there, Paleo?
There's another convention that was announced, which is happening in March. The Big Apple PonyCon happening in New York, and so far they got Terra Strong going there.
What part of New York are they going to be in? Like New York City? New York City?
I think so. I haven't looked that much into it. But it was going to be in March. March 23rd and 24th. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, before we move on, I want to double check something. Alright guys, I want to hear from you. The webcam stuff we're trying out because someone gave a suggestion in our email that we asked, last week. I said, guys, if you got any ideas, send them our way. So what do you all think? Are these cameras excessive, unnecessary? What do y'all think? Be real. I just want to see what y'all think.
Well,
Alright, so I'm just reading the chat here for a second.
yeah.
We'll try. We'll give it a shot and see what happens. So, I think that's about it for the synopsis for the show. So, let's go ahead and get into it. I mean, is there anything else worth covering?
By the way, I just found out where it's taking place. Big Apple PonyCon is happening in Brooklyn. So yeah, it's New York.
Spanish Harlem. Have fun. Bring your own guns. I think let's get into the show. Or no?
And oh wait, but
are we covering news right now?
One more thing of news.
Well, we're doing news right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they were usually like a cover of like what the layout for the show is going to be for this week. All right, cool. We're doing news now. Let's do it. So, what's the news?
Well, we already went over Big Apple PonyCon, so but the next thing is there's a new promo box, like the Pinky box that I mentioned last week.
What do you mean?
So for this one, what?
Promo box?
Yeah, a promo box for the trading cards.
Oh yeah, the trading cards.
Yeah, but now there's a new one with vinyl scratch, and that has a foil in it.
Oh god, we're all gonna go broke.
Looks pretty cool. Let me send you a.
Didn't something happen this week with the Game Loft game? Because I haven't played the game.
Yeah, they reduced prices. Now it only takes 10 years instead of 15 years of grinding.
So it's kind of like it's one of those freemium games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fun. Alright, send me the picture whenever you got it.
Yeah, I just sent it.
Alright, let me go ahead and move this over here. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to minimize this. Is that actually what it's going to look like? Like the box?
Yeah.
Alright, here's the picture, guys. I guess if it actually was a game you can play, that'd be kind of cool, but since it's only collectibles, I don't really know. I mean, I don't go out of my way to really buy merchandise to begin with, so I guess it's not that big of a deal to me, but I guess there's a lot of people out there who'd be like, yes, Christmas presents, do this! Cool. Alright, any other news worth covering?
There is some interesting tidbit about the episode that aired this past weekend.
Oh!
Is that the premise for it was originally submitted January 27th, 2011, so they've been planning on that episode for a long time.
Yeah, people don't understand how long it takes to make this series. It's like, I think Lauren actually gave us a rundown, not us personally, but she typed down a rundown of how long it takes to make the show. It takes about a year. It takes about a year to make an episode. Oops, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It takes a long time to make an episode. I know they make all 24 kind of like together. Does that make any sense? Like they focus on this part of an episode first. I don't know. I don't even know. Ask Draft. But yeah, they had the idea for the episode going a while back. So any idea of pandering to an audience has kind of been put to rest.
Yeah.
Speaking of the episode, did you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. I haven't put my review out yet because mainly because I was trying to wrap my head around Ghostbusters and Magic Duel and comparing the two.
Yeah.
And also because iTunes did not release the episode after it aired for some reason. They didn't release it until this morning.
They're making up for making the other episode come out early. They figured, okay, this one came out early, let's make this other one really late. That'll correct it. Oh well. So let's talk about the episode then. Magic Duel. What'd you think?
I think it was it seems like it's. I don't want to go too much into detail because I'm trying to do my review tomorrow. But one thing that I really liked about it is that how it's really the first recurring antagonist we've had. Let me think. Yeah, I think
they acknowledged Nightmare Moon in Lunar Eclipse, but that wasn't her really being an antagonist as much as her just being like, oh, she used to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. And what's neat is, so the episode was, they wrote it up and had it ready to go way before Bronies even really started saying I love Trixie. So I guess they wanted to bring her back even before there's a possibility of pandering to an audience. All right, let's talk about the three main staples: story, animation, and I feel like I'm forgetting one.
Humor.
Isn't that kind of story? Let's just talk about it. Plot? No, that is story, isn't it? Yeah. What'd you think about the story?
I think the story was a lot darker than other episodes. Especially the way that it opened, that was really cool.
That reminded me of that Dota video.
Oh yeah.
Due to desire speed, I shall make you faster than a demon who ate Taco Bell last night.
Oh yeah, and I think that they were sort of doing a callback to back what they originally wanted to do with the show with having Zecora as Twilight's mentor. And I think they were sort of calling back to that, and Zecora was kind of a Yoda figure.
Well, they totally made a Star Wars reference when she was sitting there floating, or not floating, but staying on a leg, and then, Twilight either was using the Force or she was a flippin' waterbender, so that I think it harkened back to when Yoda was training Luke, so that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool Star Wars reference. And considering that M.A. Larson wrote it, I can see that.
Yeah.
What'd you think about Trixie's attitude, as a villain or an antagonist? Yeah.
I think it was great. I think a lot of people wanted to see that, to have her come back and be a bit vengeful.
You don't think she was over the top at all?
No.
What'd you think about? Twilight's reaction.
Twilight's reaction?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of random how they, you know, place certain spells on a scale, because it seems like, you know, the levitating the animals, that seems kind of...
That was kind of weird. Like,
Yeah, it was kind of like
aside,
that's supposed to be hard?
Aside from Saddle Arabia, which that pun made me cringe, but I just don't like puns to begin with. I hope Final Draft is watching or denotive. I don't like puns at all. Good. But I thought, like, okay, it's kind of like Obama saying we have some Israelis coming over for an ambassador meeting. Let's get some bears and throw them up in the air on a trampoline. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, still, the floating animals doesn't make much sense either. So, I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird. But whatever. I don't care. Saddle Arabia, though. Does that mean there's like a Middle East horse land? No? Oh, he's lagging. Oh, disconnect. He's going to disconnect. Wait for it. Wait for it. He's disconnecting. Here it goes. Here it goes. We good? We gonna lag? Can you all see me okay? Am I okay? There it is. There it is. Bow. I'm turning my fan on. Behold. Start your camera up.
This is weird because it's only been happening with you.
Oh, well, my internet's just fine, man.
It because every time, because I've been like talking to other people and, you know, it doesn't drop with them.
Do you want to start your webcam up?
No, because it's just gonna make it slower.
Oh, well. I'm gonna put my webcam away then too. Sorry, guys, we're testing some things out for the show, so let's go ahead and get back to status quo. And all right, let's get back to it. All right, so Paleo, the episode itself. So you thought Trixie returning was cool because they had a recurring antagonist. She came back for vengeance, and oh my God, red black alicorn. Amulet. It's almost as if subconsciously the show itself made fun of OCs. The evil power of the original character OC Alicorn. But sorry, I'm just repositioning myself. Sorry. Pants are off now. Webcam's off. What'd you think about okay. Back to it. Actually, here's a question for you. Needless to say, they're kind of working towards a overarching storyline for this season, for Twilight, and it seems that this episode added to it, because in the first episode for the season opening, they acknowledged the fact that Twilight's, you know, test and all this thing, and then this one she had to use her magic, which she's been training in, to stop her foe, but she didn't really use her magic at all, as much as she used quote unquote friendship. Well, I guess it is friendship. I mean, what do you think? I mean, I know they're working towards something. What do you think they're working towards?
I'm not sure, but I think it has to do with that book, because they used it in Too Many Pinkie Pies, and they used the same one in this episode.
Too Many Pinkie Pies where?
You know where Spike finds the book that's hidden in the library?
Yeah.
And Fluttershy uses the same book.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. What'd the book say?
Or was it a different book? They look the same.
Well, all the books are written with, like, Russian captions on the cover.
They were both brown.
Yeah, they're both... I think all the books in the Equestria are brown. I like her! She works in the library. What do you think about... I thought there was something else I was going to say. I just completely blanked out. That was really... Oh! How about Big Macintosh and Applejack and all that stuff? With, like, Applejack being from a mare to a stallion.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to that?
I kind of expected them to do something like that. I mean...
Are you... Really?
It's kind of common, really. I mean, people don't realize how common that is.
I mean, I showed you that Johnny Bravo episode where Johnny Bravo was a girl.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's kind of funny. But can you name some other examples where they do reverse roles like that?
Not off the top of my head. I've been up since 4:20 a.m.
Sorry. Why you been up that late or that early?
Because I haven't told you.
Well, yeah, but tell the audience.
What? Oh, my stomach.
Anticlimactic.
I'm fine now, though.
All right, actually, I have a story for you. So, all right, guys, just so you all know, from Monday to Wednesday, I've been actually, and I know we've been going through the episode review, but I'm just going to put it on pause for a second. From Monday to Wednesday, I've been doing I went to a job to become trained for it and go full time. I passed the initial training and I had to go into round 2 training, and that requires you to pass a test. Now, the job itself was at a call center, so it was a big old building, all these people in their cubicles and little headsets just taking calls. And I went to a classroom to go with the next batch of people, trainees, to get learned it up. Learned it up. So, yeah, it was meh. There was, how can I explain this? My class is very rambunctious, first off. The first day, most of the people were quiet. The second day, they were getting a little bit louder. And the third day, they are going absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Just being loud, obnoxious, and just shouting and screaming. Now, most of the people there are like... I guess, how do I really put this? Opinionated? Yeah, very opinionated. And okay, here's an example. So, before we took our test, we had a game of Jeopardy. The teacher set up a game of Jeopardy for us to go over all the questions that would be on the test, and that way we could all be prepared. So, naturally, I got my notebook out. I'm like, let's write these answers down. Well, the class was split up into 2 different groups. The front part of the class and the back part of the class. And for some reason, they were keeping score for the points that we earned. And I asked the teacher before we went into this, saying, hey, do these points count towards anything? Do we get something from it? And she said, no, they're just absolutely worthless. This is for you to learn the answers from the questions. I'm like, okay. So we went through about 5 questions, and that was it. And then we ran out of time. We were doing this for about, I'd say, an hour or so. And we only went through 5 questions. Reason being is because my entire classroom were so into the game and winning that every time they answer a question right, they get up and they start shouting and hollering and screaming, and 2 girls almost got into a fight. Like they were fighting over fake points, and I was sitting there face palming like, what in the world? Why are they fighting over fake points? There's nothing to earn or gain from this. And needless to say, when it came to the test, so you need an 80 out of 100 to pass the test. I got a 79. And let me tell you, I was so happy. Because, first off, they don't allow you to use your notes at all. And a lot of the questions they were asking were completely stupid and just very... Like it's like, here's a screen where you're going to click on the screen in order to transfer call. And I click on it, and then it'd say wrong. And I'd be like, well, what do you mean wrong? And it'd say this button right here. And it's like, no, I pressed that button. And it was telling me my answer was wrong, but then it clicked to the right answer, which actually was the answer I first picked. So, yeah, the test itself was really stupid. Overall, though, when I was walking out of the class, I was like, thank God, I'm so glad I failed this, because I didn't fail it on purpose. I wanted to try to see how good I was, but it was kind of a way of saying, like, this isn't your place in life, Saber. You have better places to be. Better places to be. Actually, here's a funny story. Last one to go. There was a lady in the class who was, I suppose, very hood, as we would say here in Atlanta or Georgia. Oh, vacuum cleaner. And she was, I don't know how you would, I don't know. I wouldn't say racist, but she was very much aggressive towards people of my heritage being white. because
that sounds so racist.
I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it, how to word it properly. Okay, how about that? She's black, I'm white, and she didn't like me. Simple. And I don't know why. Probably because of her her background. She probably would live in an area of Atlanta where white people are just complete jerks, or she was taught to hate white people. I don't know. But I went from the bathroom and I was walking back to my chair. And see, I'm getting to real stuff, so people are leaving the stream now. Racism. Click, 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 X. But I walked back into the room from the bathroom during one of our breaks. I sat down on my chair. I was going through my backpack, and she said, apparently she was shouting out my name, but she wasn't calling me by my name, Steven, which is clearly can be seen from my little station where I put my name there on a little piece of paper with a Sharpie. She was saying white meat. She was saying white meat, white meat. Hey, white meat! And I finally turned. I'm like, what? And she's like, God, what's wrong with you? You're the only white guy in here. Who do you think else I'm talking to? And I was shaking my head. I'm like, well, my name's Steven. And there's two other black girls sitting behind her, and they were like, hey, you lay off him, all right? That's stupid. Why you gotta bring that into this? That's not even. Don't call him by his name. Call him by his name. It's Steven. And then she's like, well, he's a white boy to me. And I was joking about this the day before at Paleo, and I actually got to use this quote. And I kid you not, I got to use this quote, and I was so happy. I stood up out of my chair, and I looked at her all serious. And I said, listen here, all right? There's only one race that I see in my eyes, and that's the human race. And I put my hand over my heart, and I was like nodding my head up and down. And there... And there were these two black guys sitting in front of me, and they go, yeah! And they like raise their hands up, and they're like giving me fist bumps, and they're like, my brother! And I'm like, yes, my brothers! we're all from the same family. And the thing is, like, and what's funny is, she really can't say anything to that, because it's like, what else is there to say? I mean, it's like, honestly, I only see, there's black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, whatever, I don't care what you are. I judge a person by I judge a person by their own merit, and obviously she doesn't have much of any. The other guys around my station were completely cool, very chill people. So yeah, I thought that was funny. Whatever. But yeah, what were we doing again? What were we talking about?
Going over the episode, but I think we're pretty much done.
Overall, what would you rate the episode?
I think it's the best one so far of the
Really?
season. Yeah.
The story was a bit darker and a bit more serious, and it seemed like they weren't. I mean, I like the fact that MLP, the writers, are still doing a good job writing very in-depth and fun episodes where they can be silly and exciting and actually have some like suspense to them. And like you said, like, harkening back to what you said with Twilight going to Zecora, I like that, because Zecora actually I think is a better teacher than Celeste is.
It seems like it.
Zecora actually teaches her stuff. I like how Zecora is pretty much saying, like, I'll teach you magic. Are you sure about that? And she's like, listen, alright, if anybody ever messed with me when it comes to magic, bust their head open.
I like how when Twilight asked Zecora if she could beat Trixie in a magic duel, like, she asks, really? You think you can beat Trixie? And she's like, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'll claw her eyes out with hooves. No, I like actually from that episode. I really like. Zecora jumped high up on my list. She's good. She's an awesome character. Zecora's actually extremely helpful and kind of like a plot device where it's like something's wrong. Well, let's go to Zecora.
Yeah.
Queen Crystal's taking over.
Ever free plot device.
Seriously, it's almost as if like I can see in season 2 finale where Crystal's took over the entire the Empire. Wait, Crystal Empire. Uh-oh. Wait a second.
Wait a second.
What? Alright, overall episode, you said you loved it then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it too. What do you think about
So far, it's my best one.
What do you think about Trixie at the end? Like
What?
Like her
The great and apologetic Trixie.
Yeah, what do you think about her becoming somewhat of a good guy? Or not a good guy, but apologizing, saying, I'm sorry.
I think they sort of had to do that. Because, overall, Trixie in the beginning wasn't that bad of a person.
Yeah.
Or a pony. In Ghostbusters. She was just full of herself.
I actually relate that back to Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, where he really isn't evil like Maleficent or Ursula. He just is used to getting his own way. And I don't know, I wouldn't call him evil, I'd just say he's kind of a jerk. And I'd say Trixie was a jerk, but not really evil. Did you hear the Wilhelm scream though in the episode? Because there was a Wilhelm scream.
Crap.
I'm serious.
I think. I keep seeing. I keep hearing people pointing that out, but I've watched the episode 3 times so far, and I'm not sure if I heard it.
I'll pull it up right now. Just give me like 5 seconds. All right. All right, here we go. All right, this is it. I'm gonna turn it up.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's see how loud it is. All right, right now, this carriage is gonna fall, okay? And when they zoom into the pony on the ground, she goes, but when you hear her breathe in, you can hear ah in the background. So listen closely. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? They actually put the Wilhelm scream in My Little Pony. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? That's pretty nifty. Ah! Screw it. Watch it again later. Alright guys, besides that, I think that's it for the episode overview. If you want to watch a review of the actual show, go check out Paleo's video. Which, when will that be up? Paleo? And there he goes.
What?
Oh, no, you. I thought you were logging out there. I tried saying...
Yes?
Alright. Okay. Because you disconnected on the EFN.
Hello?
We good? Can you hear me, Paleo? And there he goes. Ah! Sorry about that, guys. His internet's being silly. Alright, you're back. You good?
Nah, I hate this internet.
I'm sorry. Better than, like, dial-up.
Yeah. Who has dial-up anymore?
Third world countries?
I tell you, they wouldn't be watching this stream.
Yeah. Wouldn't blame them. Alright, besides that, I think that's it for the episode overview. So, you ready to hop into the content of the week?
Yes.
Let's do it, guys. Content of the week. Let me pull up the thingy. Alright, so we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs this week, alright? And since there's still a little bit of aftermath with the Babseed remix, we've actually been able to catch a few of the good ones.
Yes.
Let me go ahead.
By some of my favorites.
Alright, since we have fewer videos and songs, we're going to slow down and talk a little bit more about the video and song itself. This one is Babseed by J. Carlson. This is the Ska Fellow. Paleo, you were the one who founded this one. What'd you think?
I think it's pretty good. But unlike his other ska covers, which has vocals to them, he just has the vocals from the Babseed song on this, and he just does the instrumental
Nice.
over that. So
now, does he actually play the instruments? I think I might have asked you this before, or is it just like the computer stuff?
I'm not sure. I know that on this particular remix, cover, he did he had a Saxo Brony play a saxophone in it. So
Cool.
I know that much.
Let's give it a listen to. Oh, nice.
Hiding from a bully, we know it isn't right.
It's really good. Huh? Very good. When did he show up?
Sometime early this spring, I think. Sometime around that time.
All I can say is when people say there's nothing unique about the Brony fandom, just mention that there's a guy out there who makes ska music about Bronies. Let's just shut that person up. Alright. This is Babseed, Dax Edit. Dax is actually a fellow that Paleo and I both have been watching for about over a year now. And ironically, he hasn't really, or unfortunately, hasn't gotten much attention as he deserves, but he still makes fantastic music. It doesn't faze him at all, so you can tell he does it for the love of music. Paleo, what do you think about this song?
I think it was really great. He's been making some other original stuff as well, but he always, makes a pony song if he thinks a pony, if one of the songs from the show inspires him, he'll make a pony song. And this was pretty good.
Alright, let's give it a listen to. This is a very pleasant song. Alright, and that was Babseed, Dax Edit. And for the record, guys, all of our videos this week and songs will be on a Google document list that we post at the end of the content section here, so letting you all know. Alright, another Babseed song by Replacer. Paleo,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about this.
Placer is a musician in New Zealand.
He's from New Zealand?
Yeah, he's in New Zealand.
Huh.
And he makes some tracks that are very reminiscent of the style of the Beach Boys, and it's because that's one of his inspirations, and like the way he does the vocals are kind of like that. But yeah, this one I think is a really unique cover on it.
Alright, let's keep listening to. What in the world? Is like the old guy from Family Guy singing this? Okay, no, it's better.
Not Beach Boys? What are you talking about, not Beach Boys?
Actually, I'm a little bit tired of Beach Boys. But I worked at a seafood restaurant for about a year and a half, so yeah. And Jimmy Buffett.
Wait, are you talking about pre-pet sounds or after pet sounds?
What are you talking about?
One of their album, Pet Sounds, which is like their best work.
Who? The
It's
Beach
kind of
Boys?
like, you know, when the Beatles started getting much better and started moving, becoming more innovative. And that's when Beach Boys started becoming more innovative.
I honestly don't know much about the Beach Boys. All I can say is that
Okay, but yeah, because Pet Sounds is the album by the Beach Boys, which inspired the Beatles to make Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
I'm sorry, this isn't dubstep. I don't really care. I'm sorry. Not joking. Alright, well, that is Replacer by Babseed, and now that YouTube has changed its format, I have to look down to see the title of the video now. Thanks, YouTube. Alright, another Babs remix, and this one's from Paleo's mentor and idol, General Rumble.
Mentor and idol?
I don't know, friend, let's go with that. What do you think about this song?
It's a remix.
Alright, well, listen to this. I don't know. Oh. What's with Superman gifs, you know? Alright, next. Alright, that is a Babseed remix by Mumble.
I think we've heard... I think you like overloaded the audience with Babseed because you listened to like the majority of all of the songs.
We have 5 songs this week, 4 of them are Babseed. I don't know if... Yeah, it's just a lot of Babseed this week. Oh, this one's called Fallen by Electrodub. Paleo, tell us about it.
Very different. I think this is the first song I've actually heard by this person, and it's about King Sombra. It's pretty cool.
King Sombra? Who's he?
I don't know.
Wow. Wow. This is amazing. Can I pause for a second? I'm pausing for a second for the video. Alright, I gotta say, not to knock on the electronic musicians in our fandom, you know, they do their thing, and I know a lot of musicians out there who crank up music and not really know what they're doing, or they just force it. I think Letcher Dub here is a great example of somebody who's like, I'm just making a good song that I like, and it really, really shows. Wow. I'd usually pause the song around this moment, but I want to listen to the rest of it, so yeah.
How long is it?
We got another minute and a half, that's it. This is so good. And there goes Paleo. They are. Wow. You know how there is that, like, one piece of work from a person that's just so overwhelmingly good that you'll subscribe to them?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of musicians out there who are, you know, just Brony musicians, and I'll listen to, like, one of their works, like, oh, it's good, it's great. I'm not going to subscribe, though. This blew my mind. Subscribed. Alright, that's Fallen by Letcher Dub. Very good song. Extremely good. I've never heard anything like that before from the Brony fandom. Ever. Have you ever heard anything like that before?
Not particularly. That has a very cool voice to it.
Yeah. God, I wasn't expecting that. Wow. And the picture background. Really cool, too. Alright, well, that's it for Music of the Week. Let's get into videos, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of...
You have 8? Well, a few of them are very, very short, though.
8. Yeah, but some of them are very long. Alright,
Yeah.
so... We'll, let's go ahead and aim for around 10:15. We'll be done with the video, so let's go ahead and get to it.
Yeah.
This one is from... This one's called The Day of Which I Dreamed Since I Was Small by Funky Comic Corner, so I've not seen this. Paleo, what is this?
It's a comic dub.
Alright, well,
Of the Chrysalis comic.
let's watch it.
Your time as queen draws near, my daughter. Tell me, how will you rule over your subjects?
Is this a Lion King 2 thingy?
My subjects will be treated with respect, mercy, and royalty.
And what of other nations?
I'll infiltrate their government, lure them into a false sense of security, and then drain the wealth of their hearts until they're nothing but worthless husks.
That is my daughter.
Oh, wow.
Now join me in evil laughter.
Huh.
Now, go back to your room. You're still grounded.
Aww.
That's pretty funny. There's a fellow who does this. Does he do it on a regular basis?
Yeah, pretty regularly.
It's my first time
They
hearing
use
it.
they use some popular comics and dub over on them.
Alright, cool. That was The Day of Which I Dreamed Since I Was Small. Oh, I get it now. Wow.
Yes, you guys did little Chrysalis.
Oh, wait. I get it. It's called a brony because it's guys who like ponies. Got it. Oh, I get it now. Alright, this next one's called Forgiveness is Key. Very short one. Paleo, what is this?
Wait, who is this from again?
Deliac Studios. I think that's an
yeah,
animator.
the Dialect Studios, that guy.
The Diet. Let's give it a watch.
Can forgive me,
Minecraft. That's pretty funny. I should have done Applejack. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Wayne Brady with a hat on.
Wayne Brady?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, in the suggestion videos. Alright, cool. That is Forgiveness is Key. Next is Magic Tool, and this one's from Galaxy Art. Oops, it's playing a bit fast. Alright, watching this.
anything you can do, I can do better. Can't think of things crazier than...
Alright, I just noticed something.
What?
Another change from YouTube. They took away the red to the dislike bar.
What?
Yeah, look. When you look at the bar, it's invisible. It shows the green, but not the actual.
It's non-threatening.
Wow, wow. Does that mean? Hold on. Let me.
It's-
Actually, I don't like that. That doesn't mean because that. Okay, so, for example, Justin Bieber's song "Baby, Baby, Baby" is one of the most disliked pieces of junk in the universe. No, shut up. All right, look at that. It's not red anymore. It's That's stupid. I don't like that.
Came up with that. We should go to the YouTube headquarters and strangle them.
No, you know what? I bet you some of the music corporations were like, you know what? This stinks because they dislike our stuff and now they think the music's bad. Can you make it to where it just shows the green and that way we don't lose money from our record sales? That's manipulative.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I gotta show you a video that Tom reblogged on YouTube.
That's not I don't like that. I think that's very wow. Let's not hurt anybody's feelings. Alright, Bieber, go away. Go figure. Alright, what'd you find? So you found something?
What?
You say you found a video or something, or no?
No.
Okay. Next is, we'll save the long videos for last. Let's
Yeah,
go.
long videos for last.
This one's called Twitcha Twitch Yay.
By Limey?
By Limey Layson. I forget if the lyrics are clean or not, but, you know. This is Brony Breakdown.
Pinkie pie in the house, rocking gummy to the left, and the cakes to the right. She got a coat of pink and a pair of blue. Sapphire eyes, a cutie marks, 3 party balloons in the sky. She was raised on a rock wall, so you know she hot. A gypsy bar, gangster yard for yard. She represents the element of laughter. Parties then, parties now, parties after. Pushing sugar bacon every day. Ponies line up every day for a taste of the goods. There's a reason it's Sugar Cube Corner. Cakes with hot sauce, you better not warn her. Twitch a twitch, twitch, twitch a twitch.
I love that.
Wow.
That's so limey, though. Alright. Next, we have Trickster Duel. And this is from Mr. Ponyator. And as you all remember, Mr. Ponyator, well, I don't think he needs much of an introduction. He's an animator.
Yeah.
And he gets his work out pretty dang fast. But this one's, yeah, this one's called Trickster Duel. So let's go to watch. Skyrim, Phoenix Wright. I like it. That's as loud as I can turn it up, guys. Sorry. Yeah, the volume for that's very soft. But yeah, that's pretty funny. Trickster Duel by Mr. Ponyator. All right. Now this one is called. Let's go ahead and open up the Mentally Advanced series. Are we gonna watch all of it?
We
don't have time.
No, we don't have enough time for that.
Go ahead and explain this series, because actually I don't know much about it.
Yeah, basically it's another dub series that sort of kind of broke off from Friendship is Witchcraft, like in the very beginning. At least I think that's how it went. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, Greg, a guy who like does his own dubs with his friend Alan and Smeg, they created a little series called the Mentally Advanced series, and I thought it was really funny when I first watched it and went through the episodes. And they're at their 12th episode now, and they just get funnier with each episode. And they're the ones who have been doing Rainbow Dash Presents, so the characters that are in Rainbow Dash Presents are based on the abridged series characters in this abridged series. So
Alright. Now, is there a minute or second mark we should go to?
you should probably go to 1 minute, because there's a little intro.
Alright, 1 minute.
I really wanted to sing in there.
Shut up.
Oh, my life is over.
Rarity, Pinkie hears your sadness. She comes as a delegate. Give Pinkie nuclear power, yes, and then she will return your garbage cans.
Why is she crying? Pinkie, get back her garbage.
I don't even know why we came up here. Clearly, Rarity has used her voodoo ways to call us to her misery.
Oh, come on, that's just... Actually, can unicorns do voodoo?
The unicorns are guilty of many crimes.
Yeah, she doesn't have voodoo, you retards.
Is there someone out there? Just go. I'm worthless. Leave my house and never come back.
No, what do you mean no? What'd you do that for? I don't know. She told me what to do. She's not the boss.
I knew I had good friends. You're all so reliable. And I don't treat you well enough.
Oh, man. Now if we leave, I'll feel bad.
You probably don't even want to hear what the matter is. I shouldn't tell you.
Rarity, shut up. Okay, fine. I'll tell you. I didn't think you'd be so aggressive about it. Why? What? It all began just a week ago. I met the most handsome stallion. Well, okay, he was about average, but he had redeeming qualities that made him seem handsome. Till he got you in the sack.
Yeah, then I bet he was just stupid.
It's the way cults are, but we deal with what we're given.
Pinkie is lesbian.
This is boring. You guys want to hear about a trick I did today? Anyway, so I met this wonderful stallion, and he made me feel so beautiful. He commented on my charming personality, and then he slept with you, and then he played...
I'm not sure if this is G. I mean, I can do the occasional bad word or two, but this one's getting a little bit.
Yeah, they do have some adult jokes in there, but they rarely swear.
I'm cool with it. If y'all want to watch it at your time,
Yeah.
go right ahead. But I think we gotta pause here.
But but the Mentally Advanced series, personally, I like it better than Friendship with Witchcraft. And Greg and Alan and those guys are great people, so you should go watch their stuff.
It's fun.
Rainbow Dash Presents is also brilliant. Actually, the next Rainbow Dash Presents, guess what they're doing it on?
The Hobbit,
No.
Lord of the Rings,
They're doing... No.
50 Shades of Pony,
No, just some legitimate fan fiction.
Follow the Equestria.
No, geez, that'd be too long. No, they're doing My Little Dashie next.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. When's that coming out? Do they know?
Fairly soon. I've been seeing Pederep work constantly on the frames for it, so it should be out probably by the end of the year.
Sweet. Alright, well, this is the next thing on our list. This is the Brony Song 2 at the Gala. Now, I have not seen this video yet, so this is news to me. And it's from Random Encounters, and if you all remember, they made their own, they made a song like this before. I forget what it's called, though.
Wonder why they haven't been to Brony conventions.
They are there, but I don't know.
That's not a Brony convention. That's like a regular anime convention.
Well, this one, I think this one's actually, well, let's see what happens. First off, man, note that they have NRG Force music going, which is, I love NRG Force so much.
We're finally here, but after the hard work and the dedication, the anticipation, the preparation, and all the blood, sweat, and tears, not to mention panic attacks, but this is going to be the best night ever. At the gala, with the fandom, I'm gonna see them all the bronies, I'll befriend them at the gala. Watching ponies, wearing cosplays, drawing pictures big and small. We'll become good friends forever, right here at the gala.
At the gala, I will sell them all my handmade pony things.
Homestuck.
Pretty plushies, pretty badges, pony wings, and I'll take any commission.
Like how the Homestuck person in the background is like, what the hell?
Oh, where's this at, I wonder? Comic-Con, maybe?
Staring at the camera, and I don't know what to say. I was dragged here by
No.
my boyfriend to the gala.
It's not crowded.
All the singing, pretty colors. Now I wonder if he's gay, but he's still my favorite brony. Tonight at the gala.
Play trumpet with the guitar.
Training, I've been playing to rule that pony rap band. My gamer skills are pretty sweet. Ace expert archery and Eurobeat. I'll challenge any brony. Face off some man to pony. Feel free to come compete with me here at the gala. So we can play our scores are rather horrid. GF2 is what we do when we're not at the gala.
I'm here at the Great Gala! This music's super loud! I'm screaming in front spaces to be heard within
I don't know.
It'd be somewhat ironic if I were becoming hoarse. A shrieking, a screeching, I can't hear at the gala! At the gala, I'm on Twitter, and I'm sending picture tweets. Brony hashtags go on Reddit, tagging friends is pretty sweet. Then I'll post this all on YouTube once this song's complete. Meet new friends.
Self-commissions. Brony date. Shred guitar.
And social network. To meet.
To sell. To date.
To rock. To text. To what? Time for the gala. Time for the gala. And we'll have the best night ever. At the gala. Greetings, my friend. I am called...
What? I'm not sure if it's spaghetti or balls of
You got my
absolute
disconnect
steel. You there?
I'm here right now,
Good.
but the stream stopped on me, so that's what I'm saying. I might disconnect again.
Oh. Understood. Cool. Well, that is the Brony Song 2 at the Gala by Random Encounters. Int. Int. tree. I am no tree. I am an ant. All right. We already clicked on that one. All right, guys. And there he goes. Paleo. You need to start a Kickstarter for Paleo to get better internet. Gotta leave. Sorry about this, guys. You good?
I'm back.
You gotta fix your internet, bro.
I know.
Alright. Last video of the week. And this one is Brony's React to Season 3 premiere. And Paleo and I had the pleasure of actually being in the video this time around. Well, I've been in it from quite some time, but Paleo is a newcomer in the Brony's React lineup. This is a long video. It's 22 minutes long, so we cannot play the entire thing. But I guess we'll just play about a minute or two so y'all can get, you know, your whistles wet if you haven't seen it yet. So, ready? Let's watch a few minutes of it.
Where's the remote? Where's the remote?
Orchestral design.
Where'd it go? Dude, this is serious?
By the way, Brony's React is from AC Race Best.
Alright, episode. Prepare to be judged.
Well, just got done saving America. Time to watch ponies. Oh, there it is.
Finally, 7 months away. Whoo, yeah.
The Bronies have gone too long without season 3. They're ramming down the castle doors.
I love No Acting. She's so awesome.
Cause it, they're gonna do an Addams Family crossover. I knew it.
Twilight, you must come here to clean up my shit again.
I really need a haircut.
You know what? Hey, I want to just jump to one scene. All right, it's when they zoom in on.
What scene's that?
When they zoom in on Black Griffin's face, he's like, ah!
Oh yeah.
Where do you know where that was at? Is Race still on here? Ace, you know, Race, are you still here? Race. Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah.
AC Race Beast. Do you know what minute second mark? You probably don't. Where Black Griffin made that really funny face and you zoomed in on his face.
Can you see through the thumbnails, sorta?
I'm scouting through it right now. It's just...
I think it was like it was near the end of the first episode where Sombra was starting to come.
Here, I think I found it. I just found it right now.
Yeah.
I just found it. Here it is. Here it is. So.
Same thing happens to me after Taco Bell. Quick, Twister's coming!
This works for so many things. It works for so many things. It does. It really does. It really does. Oh, that's funny. Mom walked out of the shower. Oh! Alright. Enough ADD. Alright. That is Brony's React to season finale. Season finale. Season
3 premiere.
Season 3 premiere. Sorry.
Finale hasn't come out yet.
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 What if they cancel the show?
Don't say that.
Yeah. Brony Mike. Well, when they finally end the show in season 84.
No, don't give that away.
So,
nobody's even seen that yet except for us.
All right, cool. Well, guys, that is it for content of the week. Oh, and Superman just having a good old time. I forget that was there. And that is it for content of the week. So let me go ahead and link you the document. Moderators, can you please freeze the chat?
Let me change the document to where people can actually view it.
Excellent. Let me go. Let me know when you got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Copied, and paste it over. Alright guys, that's the document for all the content of this week. And wow, people out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just jumped up.
49 other viewers now.
And that was like literally like within a second. Alright, cool. At this time we're gonna go ahead and get our guest in here, but before we do, we'll take a quick 1 minute break just so we can get reassessed. Our guest for this time is dBPony, also known as Matt. He is a musician. Did oh god, he's gonna kill me. His school song, I forget what it was called.
License?
Yes, that's it. He's gonna be like, I won't be on the show now. You forgot. You forgot. You're a jerk. Alright, cool. Alright, so we'll be right back. Until then, we'll be getting everything set up. So for those who came for the content, we'll see you all next week. And there we go. Feel like you use a bathroom at all or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Do your thing. Go ahead, Chief. Do your thing. No. What's that cutscene? See, you ever like have something where like you just think of a random cutscene in your head? You know what's really cool, guys? Here's something really cool. I had a flashback to a Halo 2 cutscene, and I went to go search it and find it and throw it here on the live stream because I'm bored. So I click on this random video. Look what this guy who uploaded the cutscenes. Look what his picture is. Isn't that crazy? Ponies, man, everywhere. All right. So yeah, I gotta find this cutscene quickly. Sorry guys, I just gotta find this real quickly. One moment. Sorry, guys. Kelly's gonna come back and be like, "What are you doing?"
The icon. I must get inside.
I just happen to have a key. Come on, grab a banshee and give me some cover.
You're gonna know what's coming.
Sergeant Johnson, I miss him. I don't know why I'm showing this cutscene at all. I honestly forget all context of this video. But yeah.
And I'm back.
Please use caution. This reclaimer is delicate.
One more word, Oracle, and I'll rip your eyes from its socket.
Yeah, 1 second.
What are you watching Halo?
This is a pony video you're talking about.
Tartarus, stop. Impossible. Put down. Put it down. And disobey the hierarch? There are things about Halo. Even the hierarchs do not understand. Take care, Oracle.
What am I doing?
It's heresy.
Alright, yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I was looking at DeviantArt picture. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, let me find that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, what were you doing? What did you do in the, like, 30 seconds I was gone?
I accidentally deleted all the footage from the documentary.
You son of a...
I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh, by the way, I'll mention this at the end. Alright, cool. Let me just go ahead and these. Picture by Zumwar, by the way. And, alright, go ahead. Let me go ahead and drag Matt in here. Is Matt ready?
Yes, he's ready.
Sweet. What's up, Matt?
Yo.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing just fine. Sorry,
cool.
just check my phone quickly. All right. Well, by the way, I'm just gonna call you Matt for this interview. Are you cool with that? It's easy.
No, you have to know how to say my name right.
It's easier to say than dBPony.
dBPony.
I don't know why I always mess it up. I don't know. I don't know.
Just say DB.
dBPony. Fine. Did it. Jeez. God.
You can call me Matt. I don't care.
By the way, audience, if you want to ask Matt a question, go to our Tumblr at bronybreakdown.tumblr.com, which I will link in the chat right now. So if the chat can be paused for a moment.
There you go.
There you go.
Thanks, Matt. Alright, guys. Well, Matt here is a good friend of ours, and he also is an awesome musician. came up with songs like Lessons. And Matt, you're relatively new to the fandom. How long have you been around for?
I entered. I officially entered the fandom at around the end of January, the beginning of February. I haven't really busted out with my music till the end of August. So.
All right, so you've been around for a while, but you didn't really trek forward with your work until then. All right, got it.
Yeah.
Now, when you first joined the fandom, did you ever really expect that your music would have a big part of it? Play a big part of it? Or
no.
No?
In fact, I had planned to keep my music as far away as possible from the fandom.
Good luck.
Why is that?
Yeah. Well, because I was working an overnight job and I was doing volunteer EMT work at the time, and I was kind of pursuing a different path in my life. But then I got hired at a music store, and that spark for the creativity kicked in again. And I figured at some point, well, I may as well start writing music about ponies because I think it would be kind of cool. And then that kind of happened.
Were you okay? How about this? When you first became a Brony, was there any reluctance towards actually calling yourself that label?
No, it wasn't really anything for me. I mean, as someone who has a lot more to worry about in life, the whole the fact of picking up a new hobby to me wasn't something that really worried me.
Hey, one second. I'm gonna restart the call because you're a bit laggy. So I'm gonna restart the call.
Actually, let's have Matt host the call because. Honestly, I think it is your end, Saber, because I haven't had this happen with anybody else.
Must be me. All right, Matt, you cool with hosting the call?
Yeah, cool.
All right, cool. I'm in the call. Call right back. Wait a second. Paleo was the one who was hosting that call. That bastard. All right. How about
okay.
You also sound a lot clearer now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go figure. Maybe it was me.
It might be because you're live streaming at the same time.
Skype, live stream, Google, everything. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, back on track. So tell me. Actually, you know what? No, back on track. You're talking about feeling reluctant, perhaps, against Bronies, the label, and you said not really.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have been part of other fandoms, and I viewed coming into the Brony community the same way as I did the other communities. It's a hobby, nothing that would really have a direct impact on my life that would affect my work ethic or anything. I mean, it didn't change the viewpoint, the views that everybody else had on me. So I figured it's whatever. So.
Actually, no. Before we get any further, I'm gonna play one of your songs just so people know exactly what your work is and what you do.
All right, sure thing.
All right. All right, guys. One moment. Just so you all know, this is what he came up with. We'll play just a few seconds of this.
Somebody said, I wanted miles.
I'm just getting to the lyric part here. Here we go.
Hey, Scootaloo, isn't it awesome that we're back in school again? Oh, and that we get to sit next to each other? And Shirley is our teacher again? And she's like the best teacher ever! Hey, Scootaloo! Hey, Scootaloo! Oh,
The time of year has finally come to an end. I found myself sitting back at this desk again in a place that I hate. Oh boy, when's my life gonna change? For me.
I'm gonna pause it right now just so we can save some time. But yeah, one cool thing about your music, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you actually play the instruments. It's not like you get it from the computer. You actually legitimately record your playing. Am I correct?
Yes.
And that's not easy, right?
It's not. I mean, once you've been doing it for a while, you kind of get a hang of it. But it is something that I had to go through a lot of trial and error to successfully get kind of good at.
You want to know what I want to hear about is how you and Paleo reconnected as friends. I've heard that story once before. I want to hear it again because it sounded like it was pretty ironic and how you all found each other. Y'all want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yes. me and Paleo have known each other for a very long time. We've known each other since about mid 2006, probably.
Yeah.
And we had spoken a lot during that time, but a couple of years later, we kind of lost touch. And around the time we lost touch, I guess My Little Pony kind of around started coming out, and it had been 2 years. And I had seen his name floating around, and I was like, "Oh, look at my boy." So I had, after having gotten into the Brony fandom, and I had started, drawing up all my art again, I had seen him on DeviantArt, and I was like, "Oh, let me drop him a comment." So I did, and he was just like, "Wait a minute, are you who I think you are?" And I said yes, and he just he was overjoyed, and we got connected again, and now we are pretty much really close.
Yes.
Small internet.
Let me see if I can find a screen cap of that, because I had it here earlier.
Yeah. Might even have it on my Imgur.
The Imager.
The Imager.
Imgur.
Imgur. People pronounce that in different ways, like Imgur, Imgur.
Jurimarg.
I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's I don't have it on me, so it's up to the fate is in your hands, Paleo.
We're in trouble.
Oh. I could have sworn I had it here. Maybe I'm just overlooking it because I'm looking at my archive my archive on Tumblr.
Why is Apple taking over everything?
New Apple products. I forget it, but yeah, it's a little thing that we had exchange.
Now, I'm gonna ask a few more questions before we get to the Tumblr ones. Where do you see yourself and your music in the Brony fandom here? Where do you want to take it, or what are your motives for that?
Whew. I'm having as much fun with it as I possibly can. At the same time, learning new methods and kind of putting in new styles and trying out new things. It's interesting because I'm kind of thinking the mindset of the characters when I'm writing this music, so if anything, I'd like to take this to animation someday. I'm a very big fan. I was a very big fan of cartoons back when I was even younger, and I just kind of molded music and my love for animation together, and I don't know, I would love to do music for animation at some point, aka have Dan Ingram's job, so...
Would definitely would like to do something like that in the future.
Let's say if you can pick a show right now and make music for it, like a cartoon show or any show, what would you like?
A show right now, actually, and this is like a recent kind of a development sort of thing, but I've been watching a little more Dan Versus recently, and I think the music in that is actually kind of appealing. I totally would probably jump on that.
Not Dragon Ball? Because, I mean, you make music that literally should belong in Dragon Ball. I'm just saying.
Dragon Ball? But hey, that's another thing, actually. Anime music, I feel like there's such a huge contrast in between anime music and American cartoons, because I feel like they throw these professional musicians in a studio and they're like, yo, just make a blasting pop rock tune or an awesome funk song, and they just do it and it sounds amazing. So actually, if any anime, I would totally be on board for that.
Really? Anime music is definitely on higher standards than Western?
Yes, in a little bit of a way, because I think the Japanese, for some reason, have a lot more... They had higher energy in their music for some reason, like the end credits, and you're just like, oh my god, it's so happy and poppy, and you get that cute girl singing the Japanese lyrics. I have no clue what they're saying, but it's awesome. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless I'm wrong, anime still is very, 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 very popular in Japan, so more cartoons, more, I guess, requirement for music from people who make it, so yeah, I can see there being a bigger audience over there.
Trigun and Cowboy Bebop, in my opinion, they both have the best soundtracks, so...
Ooh, what if you can make music for, Miyazaki films?
Ooh, I'd love that.
What was your first instrument you ever played?
Whew. That depends how you phrase the question. When I was really, really young, I was playing piano, but not in the way that most people think, like, oh, jump on pianos to take lessons. I was like dibble-dabbling with all the little presets. My first real instrument of choice that I started playing seriously was the bass guitar.
Huh.
And that was when I was 15 years old.
Now, did it ever like dawn upon you as like this is what I want to do the rest of my life?
Yes and no. I didn't know really what I wanted to do while I was kind of pursuing my bass guitar pursuits. I had known while playing bass guitar that yes, this is the instrument I want to play because it's awesome, and then I just picked up instruments gradually from there. So I guess you could say as like the years went on, it became more and more of a thing I wanted to do because after a while I felt like it was the only thing I can do.
All right, cool. Paley, you got any questions for Matt here before we open up to Tumblr?
I've been looking over the Tumblr questions and been picking a few out. So I guess we can go ahead and go to that.
Let's crack it up.
Here's a question: which musicians do you look up to, Brony and otherwise?
There's a couple of bands that no one's ever heard of. There's a band called Big Kid. That band is a really big inspiration for me. Just because the vocalist has such a calming, soothing style, and because the music has these chord progressions and these melodies that mix together that just sound very pleasant. I also kind of look up to Adam Young a little bit, which is the guy from Owl City. He has some really neat little pop tunes that I actually really like. As far as the Brony fandom goes,
myself.
Yeah, myself.
Me.
No, there's been a couple of songs that have maybe inspired me on a small level, but I don't know. I honestly can say I've never really looked up to a Brony musician just yet. I've always thought they've created great stuff, and I've always thought that it was very creative, but there was never one musician that I gushed over just yet. So yeah, I mean, as far as the Brony community goes, I mean, if I had a favorite musician, but I don't know. That's a totally different question.
Yes. Anyway, related to your music, this is asked by Ninja Dragon Warrior 69.
That's hot.
Not 96.
That's hot.
Ooh.
dBP. dBP. What made you want to start out with making songs for the CMC?
Those characters are the most relatable. I love the main six, I really do, and I think we can all take a little part of their personalities and relate it to ourselves in a way, but I'm getting to that point in my life where I almost regret wishing that I was grown up. And looking at the Cutie Mark Crusaders and the little adventures that they go on kind of remind me of how awesome it was to just kind of be that innocent and that young. And the feelings are still so relatable to me that it's fresh enough for me to look at the Cutie Mark Crusaders and kind of look at life through their eyes and relate to them in that way. So that's why I started writing music about them. Oh Sweetie Belle had a bit of a different approach than the last two songs that I've written about the Cutie Mark Crusaders, but in the same way it kind of applied that little like high school or middle school crush that you may have had on somebody. So yeah, they were just relatable characters, and I love them a lot. I think they're great as characters of the show. They're pretty much one of the highlights in my opinion. I love watching them.
Alright, question for dBPony. How do you create music? Is it spontaneous, or does it take a while to come up with music, both lyrics and other stuff? Also, do you ever get musician's block? And if you do, do you wait it off, or do you try to make something? And that's asked by AK Shamu.
I've gotten this question before. The process for writing music is random all the time. I've never sat down once and thought I'm gonna write a song and then written a song like step by step. It comes to me in either the form of just a riff or a random doodle that I had, and then I build on that. Sometimes the song will come to me the moment that it comes, and I'll just have a full song in like about an hour. But it depends. Once I get an idea, I start building on it, and you know, the more I build on it, the better it becomes. And I make tweaks here and there, and then I prepare it for recording. As far as musician's block goes, I can't say I've ever really had musician's block because I don't really force myself to write anything. It all comes to me, and when it does, the inspiration alone is enough for me to complete a tune. I do have advice for people who do have musician's block, though, because I've had a lot of people tell me that they have had it. Don't force yourself to write anything, and listen to a lot of music, because inspiration comes from the people that you look up to. And that's where a lot of ideas and a lot of new songs come from. A lot of music nowadays is a lot of innovation instead of invention. So don't be afraid to listen to your favorite artists and get inspiration from them.
All right.
Can I pause for 1 second?
No.
So
Yes.
I'm sorry. I caught this in the chat.
I saw it too.
Diet Kike, is that really you? And I won't take too much time pausing here. I'm just curious because if it is, then I'm gonna be like a little bit of a fangirl. It probably isn't. Never mind. Back on topic. What's your question, Paleo, from Tumblr?
Okay. Anyway, this question is from Hirasashi. Matt, did you get your inspiration for your songs from Green Day? Also, never stop making music.
We'll talk later here, Sashi. But to seriously answer the question, I listen to Green Day very, very little. In fact, I have never listened to a Green Day album all the way through. So the fact that my music sounds a little bit like Green Day is of pure coincidence. I've heard a couple of Green Day songs, but I've never once in my life listened to it and been like, yeah, this is a rockin' tune. I'm gonna keep listening to this. This is awesome. So, I mean, nah, I don't get too much inspiration from Green Day. I mean, it might be sprinkled in there somewhere. I'm not gonna deny that. As far as stopping making music or anything like that, I don't plan on stopping.
All right. Favorite non-Cutie Mark Crusader pony. That is by Gavin.
Rainbow Dish.
Yeah.
I don't care, Saber. Shut up.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay. I'm glad it's not Twilight. Deal with it, Paleo. Yeah, let it burn.
I like Rainbow Dash a lot, because she's one of those characters that kind of reminds me that, that doesn't really remind me, but it's adorable when people try to act tougher than they really are. I don't know why, but to me that's just like one of the cutest things in the world. And no matter how tough she tries to act, it just kind of raises the doll factor. And I don't know, I find the responses funny. Like I kind of imagine like someone would keep telling her she gets cuter as she gets angrier, and she just gets frustrated and like just leaves. She just seems like that kind of character to me, and that's why I really like her. I just think it's
you do realize you kicked the dragon in the face, right? I'm tough. Prove it. I just kicked a dragon in the face.
Oh, here's an interesting question by Shadow Paint the Artist. What is your writing style? Do you write the music first or the lyrics? Oh, and because of you, I named my dog Sweetie Bill. I got her the same week your song came out. Keep up the great work.
Well, thank you. That's the thing. I was talking to somebody recently about this. What was the first part of the question? Just repeat that.
What is your writing style? Do you write the music first or the lyrics?
The music usually comes first all the time. Because when I come up with a riff or a melody, I'll keep building on it, and then I'll start improvising, singing over that melody. And as I improvise singing, I start jotting down lyrics. So I don't write the song and then sit down and write lyrics, like, because I think that's the wrong approach to writing lyrics. I don't sit down and think I gotta write lyrics. I use my voice as an instrument and I improvise over the melody of the topic I want to sing about, and I write the lyrics that way. In a way, it's the same approach of writing guitar riffs, only you're doing it with your voice. I think it's a more practical way to approach it.
Actually, I heard a quote today, and I'm not sure if you can be like, thumbs up, like this quote. But it said, to artists and people who create, do not force yourself to be inspired and don't go seeking inspiration. Just create things that excite you.
I liked that post.
That was a Tumblr quote I read, yeah.
Yeah, I liked that, as a matter of fact. I thought that was a good quote.
I forget who said that, but it was a really good quote. I think it was Stephen Hawkins who said that. I forget. No, I'm joking. All right, Paleo, got another question?
Yeah. Here's a couple. Let's see. There's a couple. One for you, a couple for me. That were asked earlier. One by Equestria Talk asking if they'd be interested in setting up a time for an interview. Maybe during this month and next month, I'm going to be really busy with Saber, working on the finished parts of the documentary. But I don't know. Probably sometime in the near future. And then also, I'm getting some questions about my episode review because I haven't put it out Wednesday, like I've been planning on. But this one's been a bit different because it's the Return of Trixie, and I really want to try to think on it a bit more. But I do have most of the rough draft done, so I should have that out tomorrow. And this is for Saber.
Yes.
On an earlier Brony. What?
I said yes.
On an earlier Brony Breakdown, you mentioned your first face-to-face confrontation with someone who said it's wrong to like My Little Pony, but you cut your discussion by saying we should be better bronies. What you said was really inspiring, but I would still like to know what happened to the guy.
I'm trying to remember.
Or what happened with that guy.
Alright, so it was the face-to-face one with the old guy from that lesson with the project? Is that what you're talking about?
I think that's who they're talking about.
Alright, so can you repeat the question one more time?
Crap. No, because I deleted it.
Alright, so the question was, you talked about your first confrontation face-to-face. Alright, the only thing I really remember is it was after my PowerPoint presentation for the SGA, and, no, GSA, I'm sorry. And I thought I told the entire story. The guy just looked really down on Bronies and thought it was a bunch of people who were making a bigger deal out of something that shouldn't be a big deal, and that my reasoning for it was, I guess, crooked. And I respectfully disagreed and reasoned with him afterwards, and he was a nice guy, and he gave me his card so I can talk to him in case I want a devil's advocate opinion, which, hey, let's be honest, it's always good to look on both sides of the story before just blindly going into something. Because I do think that that's one thing about our documentary is we want to make sure that we're not pandering to just bronies. We want to go from a analytical point of view where we can just say, okay, or I guess there's lots of points of views, but we want to be as unbiased as we possibly can because, well, we're not making this to be defensive or justify bronies as much as just kind of give you an explanation of who they are and what they do. So that guy gave me something to think about. Actually, I think my greatest criticism isn't from people praising my work as much as people saying this is garbage. And I'll be like, okay, tell me why. And if they give me a good answer, I'll definitely take it into account. Yeah. Rant off. Sorry.
Okay, another question for Matt. Are there any more character-based songs you have planned?
Most of them are going to be character-based. So I do have a couple planned at the moment. I have a lot of music prepared. That's the thing. I have a lot of music prepared, and I have characters attached to the music. I have to kind of develop and write the lyrics and all that good stuff. But I do have character-based songs planned for the future, as well as maybe one or two that are based on bronies in general. So those will be fun to look out for.
Yay! I look forward to hearing those.
Yay!
See, a lot of musicians, unfortunately, make a good song, and that's about it, but you keep them coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That'd be $10 now.
Okay.
My compliments are not...
That's the second time I've heard that today.
It'd be $10 now.
Really?
Some guy at work today, touched my hip. It was really creepy, and then he said, give me $10.
Wow.
He said, you're very handsome. I was like, oh, thanks. He goes, yeah, now that's $10. And I was like, oh, righty then.
Grandpa, please, stop it. Grandpa. Give me $20. Alright, let's do about 2 more questions, and let's wrap this up in about 4 minutes, alright?
Okay.
Alright, fire away.
let's see, what song has been your favorite project to make?
It would have to be the latest one, Miles, because I got to work with somebody else on it, and it was definitely an experience I haven't been through before. I mean, there was very little social interaction between me and Ellie Monty, who was the actual person who sang on the track. We communicated only when we needed to, but just working with someone else and getting something done in that manner was very unique. And at the end of the day, when the product came out, I thought it sounded great. I was very proud of it, and I liked the way the mixing came out. So I was very, very proud of that song. It's probably one of my favorites.
All right. Now,
did you like working with her, by the way? I just want to toss that. I just want to ask a question.
Huh? What was that?
Did you like working with her?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And whenever she's free again in the future, if I have need for something that she's great at doing, I'll be sure to keep her in mind again, because she's fantastic. She's also very lovely, so.
Awesome.
All right. Last question. Are you going to write any non-pony related songs?
I do. A lot, actually. I've been debating whether or not to really bring that up. It's one of those things where I might create another channel for it. I'm not sure yet. I'm still planning on that. I've written a lot of songs that are not pony related. Some of them of which I actually really want to record at some point, which I might start doing actually relatively soon. So, I mean, if any of you guys are really interested in that, you just go to my Tumblr and drop me a question and just express some interest or something, because it's something I've been thinking about a lot recently. It would be nice to have some reassurance.
Let's do one more question. Actually, I have a question on my own that just. Oh no, there it is. Okay, Matt, are you going to any conventions that are coming up for the summertime?
Absolutely. I plan to attend as many as I possibly can. I plan on going to BronyCon, the one in Baltimore. I still need to make my arrangements for that, but I do plan on going to that. I'm also going to be a featured guest at Sweet Apple Con in Nashville, Tennessee, so if any of you are going to that, look forward to me over there. I'm thinking about going to Clydesdale Congress in Washington, D.C. I am not sure. I have to get more clear details on that. And any other con that I'm able to attend that I can squeeze into my time frame, I'll definitely try to attend. So, but yeah, I do plan on making it to conventions in the future. So, just keep an eye out for those.
Have you ever performed live before?
Absolutely, many, many times. I've been in quite a few bands in my musical career.
So performing at a Brony convention just wouldn't phase you then? You'd be like, okay, it's another performance.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't phase me really much at all. I performed in front of a lot of big crowds in a lot of different bands.
Well, wouldn't he get you on stage one of these days then? I mean, hey, I know there's a lot of electronic musicians here in the fandom, so it gets a little bit of a mix-up. I know Tar performs live and the Beetle Bronies, but I would love to see you perform live.
Thank you. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I would get, a good lineup. I might do an acoustic performance maybe at one or two cons, but if there's enough room and I get enough musicians to rehearse, I definitely want to perform these songs live in their full glory.
Awesome. All right. Let's do one more Tumblr clip. I can't talk. Let's do one more Tumblr question. We'll wrap it up.
All right. That's been asked.
Wait a second.
Oh, what?
Okay. I actually have a request. So, Matt, all right, you're the Joker, and you just recently discovered some pony dressed up as...
Oh, yeah! There was actually somebody named Mare-Duel in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if they're in here anymore, because I think they left after the content. But yeah, there was somebody named Mare-Duel in the chat earlier.
Well, that's fascinating. I've never seen people in the chat before named after ponies from the show. Like, that's extremely rare. Thank you for telling us that, Paleo. Cool. Wait, nope. There's a guy there named Jack Frost. I thought it was Lauren Faust. My bad. I'm getting overexcited now.
What?
But all right, Matt. All right.
Are you being condescending to me?
No, but Matt, do it. Do your impersonation. All right. Here, I'll set it up. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have a pony dressed up as a Joker, got a knife in his hand, walking around, and then you see this Mare-de-Well pony sitting in a chair. Matt, take it away.
Alrighty.
I'm putting you on the spot.
You're definitely putting me on the spot, but okay. Tell them your name.
Mare-de-Well.
Are you a real Mare-de-Well?
I forget the actual scene from the movie, so I kind of forget the...
No! Then why you dress up like her?
I think this actually needs a little bit of explanation. All right, ladies and gentlemen. A few nights ago, Matt, Paleo and I were just joking around talking about Mare-de-Well and how she's like the Batman. And we thought, well, wouldn't it be funny if there was a Joker pony who caught Mare-de-Well or somebody who impersonated like her and then just took that scene from The Dark Knight and just totally like freak her out? And I think, don't they kill that person at the end?
Yeah.
Doesn't that person like hit a side of a building with a rope wrapped around his neck?
He hangs the guy from Leadville.
So we'll hang him from the tower in Ponyville, I suppose, or Manhattan, or it's called.
Some grim fanfic stuff right there.
I will find an animator who will make this happen. All right, I think that's about it then. Matt, is there anything you want to tell our viewers here for things coming up, or anything you want to say? Like, any websites that you would check out for your SoundCloud, or
yeah. Just if anyone here has any questions that you didn't get to ask me, I am really active on my Tumblr. So I mean, and you can ask anonymous questions. I really don't care. Just go on. Feel free to ask me anything. Maybe
There's the Tumblr light right there.
Oh yeah, the Tumblr's been like, well, thank you, Paleo. You're such a gentleman. This is why I like you. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, throw them over there. Other than that, just stay tuned for more stuff. I'm very busy most of the week. I work 44 hours a week at my job, so I'll try my best to get to these questions or to keep releasing new content. But I mean, thanks a lot for the support, and it means an immense amount to me. It was more than I ever could have hoped for. So definitely thanks, and just keep an eye out for future stuff. And I love you all.
Awesome.
Oh.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for chatting with us. We look forward to seeing your work in the future, and hopefully seeing you more active and performing live at the conventions. So, thank you for giving to this fandom and making awesome music.
And thank you for having me on the show. I watch it every Thursday night. I look forward to it all the time.
Well, I don't look forward to it at all.
Well, fine, then I'll just,
I don't even watch the show. No, but thank you. I appreciate your viewership. It means a lot to us. Besides that, Paleo, is there anything else we need to close out with, or is there anything worth mentioning?
No, wait. Was there something you were gonna mention about the end of the thing?
I am trying to remember.
Was it about our thing that we're doing?
A documentary?
Was it?
A documentary?
Yeah. Was it about that?
I honestly...
I remember you were... Like, we started talking about the footage, and then you were still like, you were going to say something at the end about it.
I made a reference to... No, I don't think there really is anything worth saying. I think you're delusional.
I don't know, but we do need to talk about it. Anyway.
There he goes. Alright, cool. Well, guys, thank you for coming out for the show, and we'll see you all next week. At the moment, we don't have a guest, but I'm actually going to start going on the hunt for people and make a lineup for guests will be showing up each week. That way we'll have a bit more of a foresight with what's been going on, what will be going down for the upcoming episode. So, thank you for coming out. The episode will be uploaded by tomorrow morning to EFR's YouTube channel. And I am working on getting a podcast thing up on iTunes for those who want to just listen to the audio. So, thanks for coming out, guys, and we'll see you all next time.
Yep.